What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Let's go take back our palace, shall we? Collect all. So let's go take back our palace. I imagine there's another big fight to come if I had to guess. I was hoping we'd level up in that fight, but that's okay that we didn't. Maybe there'll be like some little XP that we got. I don't even know how far away we are actually. Let's check. 900? Yeah, probably not. There's a servitor just wandering around. Y'all messed up my freaking palace, bros. You good, servitor? Servitor appears unharmed and completely indifferent with the carnage unfolding around it. I know y'all can fight. I've seen it.
That's how it's done.
Melt the charge. Nice. Might be needing that.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Nearby.
Bodies are mutilated and gutted. Once luxurious clothes of brocade and silk are now completely saturated with blood. Just making sure there was no other hidden thing over here. So I imagine forward is the way we want to go. Wait, there was loot over here? Oh, there was. Thanks.
I always have a backup plan.
You guys are ugly as hell.
Xenos scum!
What's that?
You don't belong in this
Scalander?
galaxy. Are you challenging me, filth?
Yeah, yes, I'm challenging you. Are you challenging me? What are you, freaking Shaggy? Or yoinks. Everybody just kind of group up over here, I guess. Argenta, lead us to victory. Beastmasters.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. For you, my Emperor! I'll do it. I refuse. As the Emperor commands, I act. This is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak.
I was hoping to put it sideways, but that's okay. Get up in there, help him out. And for now, I guess you can have that, Gregor. Argenta, go ahead. Goodbye.
I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer. On it.
I will tear your heart out for this.
Just not overly concerned
As
about
the
this
Emperor
area.
commands, I act.
If you can't tell.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Destroy them all.
I'll do it. My Emperor.
Work for a flesh crafter.
Isn't this a job
Come
for the
along now.
serfs?
Oh, you've unleashed my fury.
There's not a lot of damage to him, but I don't really want to hurt him in case he doesn't have a lot of health. So he, not in case he doesn't have a lot of health, just he does not have a lot of health. There we go. That was the word I was looking for. Bye-bye.
But of course.
Turn one.
What do we have here?
Covered in Drukari blood in his own, Achilles Scalander looks at you with a haunted expression on his face. He finally manages to focus his gaze on you and lets out a barely audible gasp. God, Emperor, preserve me. Could it be? It is truly you, your lordship? He's struck by an excruciating coughing fit, his hand grasping for his respirator on his golden chain, but it is missing. Are you alright, Achilles? You're too kind to me, your lordship. We have more important matters to consider than a few broken ribs, so do not trouble yourself. Inspect his wounds. Yes! And Achilles' body is covered in an unthinkable number of cuts and injuries. The Drukhari put in a great effort, and feeling his every moment searing pain. However, none of his wounds are life-threatening. Oh, come on, please. Oh, I'll be right back. All right, we got the test. Your fast efforts pay off. Your knowledge of Medicaid allows you to stop the bleeding in several areas and somewhat eases pain. You shouldn't have wasted your time on me, your lordship. Were you able to glean anything from your attackers? His burnt lips twisted a bitter smile. Oddly enough, I was, your lordship. The Drukhari had no idea that a mere Adeptus Administratum Secretary could understand their alien speech. While they were deliberating over how they were going to kill me, they mentioned the other monkey had been helping them all this time. Renegades or pirates or something of the sort. It will take time to identify these traitors to humanity, but even worry that they will pay for what happened at our Koronus. What happened here? When the reports came in from orbit about the Xenos attack, I was in the Administratum halls resolving the matter of your succession. I rushed to my shuttle and prayed to the God Emperor that I reach the palace before they struck. But before I could get rid of all the pics and documents I had gathered, the palace was besieged. I had to take a risk and burn it all. The Xenos surrounded me when I was setting fire to the last remaining orders, and they decided to have fun with me. Achilles closes his eyes. Holy Emperor, deliver me from the memories. They tortured you. Why? Why? And Achilles lets out a slight struggle. Such is the nature of the enemy's humanity, your lordship. They have a taste for pain. It's enough talking, Achilles. I'll contact Clementia and have her summon a Medicaid. Get out of the palace while you can. Gritting his teeth, Achilles bows and withdraws from the gatehouse in front of the palace. Loot. +5 to tech use and flame weapon damage. Neat.
I always keep my options open.
Broken furniture, tattered fabric, bloodstain. Someone in this room put up a desperate defense against the Xenos. Anything out here now? Hey, look at that. They landed out here. Melee, one hand, 12 to 21 damage. Grants additional area attack that affects all adjacent cells around the wielder, +1 damage per character and party. Neat. Alright, let's continue on. Get a Medicaid check on this guy. We don't have great Medicaid right now, but you know, it is what it is.
Operation.
Nice. Among numerous manipulations of the body, the cuts are barely distinguishable. This is the work of skilled torture, not enraged fighters.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I don't think they found my secret room.
Too hard for a simple monkey.
What? Yay! I don't know what happened though. We didn't
Let
get
us
anything.
not dawdle.
Oh, aristocrat. Praise the Emperor. It's you. I thought there was those. It's just him. Okay, I was like, what happened? Nothing happened. We just found a guy. We'll take it though. We'll
Rise
take
to
it.
the top or get left in the dust.
My success was inevitable.
Thank you. Thank you.
A trivial task.
Xenos, they're inside already. We could not stop them. May the Emperor have mercy on our souls. I'll have mercy on them if he won't.
I always have a
to the
backup
side.
plan.
Goods. Aristocrat. The man before you is still breathing, but deep punctures his chest leave no chance that he will survive.
Is there money to be made?
Who's there? I can't see. Oh no, they took his eyes. I'm gonna go back and loot that guy. All right. Save before we move up. We're gonna come in from a pincer angle here. By pincer, I mean everybody on one side. That's fine. I don't care. Save. Let's do this thing. Mazerai casually gestures with his hand, either welcoming or you or inviting you to my brutalized hall. Last, I was beginning to think your lumbering bucket had perished on the way back. Such a resolution would have been satisfied neither you nor me, would it? The Drukhari freezes for a moment. Oh, I can feel your anger, your rage, and your pain from witnessing the state of your halls. I trusted that you would appreciate our efforts here. It could have long vanished in the tingles of the webway without waiting around, monkey, but I could not refuse myself the small pleasure of savoring your torment at the sight of what I've done to your home. You're still with them, cousin? Marazai's voice is dripping with saccharine mockery. How fair is your search for your lost family, or is it being at a monkey's beck and call, occupying all your thoughts and time? You'll be silent, Dark One, or I will silence you. You deceived me when you appointed the place of our final battle. Deceived equals can be deceived, but I merely used. You played the part given to you perfectly. You were exactly where you were supposed to be and did exactly what you were supposed to do. Everything except die. Why'd you attack the palace? The sole thing that your kind is good for, monkey, is your ability to suffer. I have long been surfeited with physical pain. Your kin provide it in abundance from their cages in Komarad. Pain of the soul, or the other hand, is a rare delight. After all, I had to recompense you for all your trouble you've caused me. However, did I give you a gracious gift as well? That pesky meddling Tazara, who harrowed your little worlds for so long, you have garnered her head, and I, a peaceful existence where she is not constantly in my way. He gives you a thin smile. To die at the hands of a monkey is the worst possible punishment for a champion of the gladiatorial arenas of Komarad. Her final moments were torturous. Tazara was under the impression that we were working together. What nonsense did you put in her head? Me, the pompous waste of skin, thought I would associate with monkey. I wish I did not leave her death to you and instead cut her heart out myself. Still, to take note of my interest in your person was quite perceptive, even for someone such a brainless arena witch. Now that our meeting has taken place, my business here is done. I've spent enough time in real space. It's time to bid you goodbye. No, don't let him dip.
I don't want to leave you all alone. You wouldn't appreciate that, would you?
Who is this
Avalanche
nerd?
of the Reaving Tempest. I leave this monkey to you. Enjoy yourselves!
Hey, this is not where I came into the fight at.
I will wipe your disgusting
Okay.
presence out of existence. Do not
We got some Chimera.
sweet death.
Specifically where I did not come into the fight at, so I would not have to fight like this. That's fine, whatever. We're gonna try to pile up on one side as best as we can and maybe clear it out and push ourselves into safety as much as possible. Oh. You know, if worst comes to worst, when we reload, we'll be able to push ourselves even farther. Argenta. So in this situation, I don't think we're going
I'll do
after just the biggest
As the
guys.
Emperor, this is why I was chosen.
Tear your heart out for this.
Rejoice
That's
in
not where I wanted
battle.
to go. It's not where I wanted to go at all, because that's really bad, actually.
I'll do it.
Thank you for moving.
Doubt is for the weak.
A work for a flesh crafter.
My vow is to serve. Advancing.
Just getting into a place of kind of safety. The rear back there.
Prognosis is favorable. Running binaric override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. I venerate you,
You've
machine
unleashed my
spirit.
fury.
My vow is to serve.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna do something a little bit different this time.
Be careful not to
Driver,
cross
go
my
ahead.
gaze.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen.
Cassia, get out of
Emperor,
there!
give me strength.
Woe to you.
Actually, I need you to get away from him if possible. Okay, thanks.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
As duty demands.
Thank you. Atira?
There is
That's not where I wanted to do. That's okay. Good job, Adira. Argenta's turn. Claim this
Faith
fool.
without
Agony.
Wait, what? Why do you get to go?
What a pleasure.
Fuck off.
will made manifest.
Activate.
I'll do it. As the Emperor
No, I need you to move. You can just scream at this guy. Well, go ahead and mark him while we're here. Should be doing that with you more often.
That is not
You
the
should
Emperor's
definitely
will.
be able to use that ability again because I activated.
Doubt is for the
Interesting.
weak. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Faith without deeds is worthless. My soul
Jesus, goodbye, Argenta.
like fire.
Dupe. Nice shot. Great effort.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Two 94% chances, huh? Or 90% chances, or whatever they were. Why do you get so many turns?
Loss of a unit.
You call this? Sacrifice will forge our
it's
way
not
to
good.
victory.
Alright, well, Gregor,
On it.
good luck.
Who, if not me? I'll make
You
it
know what your
happen.
job is. Defend, defend, defend. Pascal?
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Unfortunate.
Request approved. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
If it serves your cause,
Actually got a hit in. Good job.
this tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Sorry,
I'm
Gregor.
not accustomed to
And Pascal.
Shut down.
Don't you dare leave us
your
now.
death in colors.
Why do I do this, you
It's
ask?
as good as
to taunt
done.
the other guys.
On it. I'll make it happen.
I approach the designated position.
It really relies on how well can Gregor tank.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If I must.
I feel her foul breath.
This tedium is beneath me.
whoa. Pretty sure you weren't supposed to get over there.
Temporary setback.
Good job, Gregor. You're doing great. This is Gregor's job, so he's living his best life right now.
Who if not me?
Get over here.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen.
None of you
Emperor,
even have a
deliver
chance.
Me? Another painted blood. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Bring them all back over there, and you know what? Give Gregor some love.
If
And
I
give
may.
this to you. I don't think we're gonna lose with these three.
Yield to me.
I don't know if they can I just don't know if they can do enough damage to Gregor.
That is beneath me. I deal death with my hands.
Jesus. I feel like you did more damage than that, but hey, cool, good shot.
No weakness is hidden from my sight. If it serves your cause. Fortune favors the swift. I understand your intent.
You all go after Gregor. Gregor laughs in defense. %100 parry chance.
I'll see to it personally.
Everybody die. Die to the power of Gregor and his 132 HP right now.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Tear your heart out for this.
I am a navigator, not a servant.
You stand no chance. Back to
Try
Gregor,
to
you
die with
go.
grace, at least.
Go ahead and make sure Gregor's in that.
If you insist,
Thank you.
Lord Captain.
And sure, why not? They'll still do damage. And also, come here, guys.
If I may, as duty demands.
See you.
You cannot force me, Elantak.
I'm not trying to force you.
If it serves your cause.
Trying to murder these fools.
I hear you moving. No more.
Ha ha ha. Gregor laughs and you suck.
I've
we
faced
got hit.
worse than this. I'll make it happen.
Emperor, deliver us.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
You unleash my fury.
Come here.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Me educate you on the art.
What a shame.
Black. As duty demands.
She's so good. You coming? That's cute. Let's precise attack. Perfect
I am not
spot.
your Xenos pet, monkey.
Mark an opening.
If I must.
Go invisible. Analyze him.
Stop
darn.
trying, monkey.
Not as much damage as I wanted to see, but that's okay. If he's alive next turn, make sure he's not. Thanks. Gregor? You can't walk very far, it would seem.
I am ready for whatever comes.
But you can charge.
It's as
Hello.
good as done. I'll make it happen.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Get over here.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Thank you. Goodbye. We did it. Your lordship, thanks to your breakthrough, we were able to clear out the estate. Right now, with the aid of your ship's augers from orbit, the surface troops are sweeping the streets of the Hive. Squads have been sent deeper into the city. Several units have been assigned. My apologies. Of course, you will learn all of this from the reports. Your appearance on Dargonus is a boon from the God Emperor, who has brought us salvation. On behalf of all of Dargonus' House of Osirian, I thank you for delivering us from our foes. There you go. I was doing my duty, nothing more. And by your will, you've preserved countless lives. Your lordship, Dargonus owes you a debt that can never be repaid. We will continue to clean up the estate and the neighboring territories. We must deal with the rubble, the corpses, and any other after effects for the fighting. The surviving force will be enough to repel any sporadic enemy attacks if they are launched. According to the latest reports, the Xenos are pulling out in mass. If other matters require your attention, I won't detain you any longer. Please allow us to ensure that Dargonus is returned to its former glory. Mistress Talaman has sent a message requesting an audience. She has a critical report to deliver, and she'll be waiting for you on the ship's bridge. Crazy, dude. Crazy. And still not the end of the act, I don't think. No loot in there? Fake loot? How dare you give me fake loot? And look what you did to my throne, my beautiful throne. Ceremonial throne of the head. Oh, it didn't even give us a new description. That's funny. All right, well. It says there's loot there. There's apparently not. When I dip, you dip, just like that. And Gregor, you went to the wrong side.
Just as I planned.
To the outside. Will there be something that happens when we get out here? I don't know. I mean, I can see how that fight could be hard. Like they tried to set it up to where, you know, you'd have to deal with like being surrounded. But we kind of just pushed out and had Gregor taunt up, and that saved us. I mean, Gregor being so tanky just saves us like all the time now, honestly. Sergeant. Wait, hello? How you doing, Achilles? Don't remove your lordship. Dargonus above all else. Dargonus above all else, indeed. Back to the ship. Turn the chair. You secured Dargonus. Woohoo! Great success. Very neat. That's number 19. Welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movement from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage reports have been submitted for your perusal. It is with deepest awe that I inform you that the timely intervention and the resilience of the world's defenders managed to break the back of the raid, which had threatened to turn into a protracted war. Dargonus suffered losses, but the Hive has sufficient capacity to restore the administrative networks and industries as expeditiously as possible. The world remains intact despite the insidious blow dealt by the Xenos. I haven't been given Scalander's reports that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate that Xenos activity dropped sharply after he departed from the Cineris Maleficum. Considering the scale of the Dargonis raid, it's safe to assume that the Drukhari used all their forces at their disposal and may now require some time to replenish the losses. Without Achilles, we are blind to the scheming of these enemies of humanity, but our strategists are still hoping to control only attacks and raids to allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Lord Captain, permission to report. The Boxmaster says, looking at you differentially. Your wise Lex mechanics have analyzed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that thanks to your decisions, the acute phase of the crisis past, the domain of Von Valancia's dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. In honor of such a resounding triumph, Dargonis, as the capital world of your dynasty's domain, is currently making preparations for the Magna Accessio, a grand ceremony of your public induction as the heir of the Honorable Theodore von Valancius. Governor Drivestim has vowed that not even the most recent devastating and tragic events will be permitted to cast a shadow over this most glorious occasion. Why would I need a ceremony? It is an ancient tradition of the von Valancius dynasty. When the heir succeeds to rogue trader status, they take a sacred oath of fealty to the emperor and announce themselves as his steward on the dynasty's vassal worlds. It is an act of faith that is meant to remind the rogue trader of their mission. In the eyes of your subjects, you are already a rogue trader. It is now your time to become one in the eyes of the emperor. I've only just returned from Dargonis. What kind of celebrations can they hope to hold amid the ruins? Do not underestimate Governor Drivestim's desire to find favor with you, your lordship. At this very moment, thousands of your subjects are clearing rubble, washing away bloodstains, sweeping the streets, and transporting corpses to the lower sectors. The Wardens have been tasked with clearing out the ceremony venue of the injured and those who were burned out of their houses. They will be forcibly moved to the industrial levels. Rest assured, but by the start of the festivities, the capital's wounds will be, if not healed, then well hidden under an elaborate set of dressing. What is the ceremony? I swear an oath, then I shake a lot of sweaty hands. The grill of the Vox built into the Vigdus's face lets out a short rattle that indicates a chuckle. That much is certain, but that's not all there is to it. There will also be a reception as well as other noble guests. The distinguished rogue traders, Caligos Winterscale and Incendia Quarter will be in attendance. It will be a great honor for Dargonis to host 3 illustrious dynasties at once. For your servants wish to know your opinion on 2 matters related to the ceremony. The first of which, what festive activities are to take place on the capital of this glorious day? Let the poor be fed and fuel cells be handed out to those in need. My reign shall begin with an act of benevolence. Your subjects will appreciate your generosity, Lord Captain. We're never short of people in need. The second matter on your servant's mind is which of your 2 closest companions will be given the honor of standing by your side during the ceremony. Abelard? The houses of Von Valancius will see this. Who will be your second companion? No. Let's bring Pascal along. The Adeptus Mechanicus will take great note of this gesture. I will see to it that your instructions are delivered to Dargonis. The master of ceremonies at the palace will report to you when the capital is ready to praise your name. Pascal's voice pouring out of his Vox system crackles like thin ice under pressure. It's unclear whether there is nothing more than static or an expression of some emotion understandable only to the tech priest himself. Gregor, following the ominous guidance, I request permission to execute the report protocol that entails describing sub-optimalities within the recent operations of the ship systems and subsequently proposing the appropriate course of action. I'm listening. Initiating exposition. With the omnicized blessing, I conduct several sessions of tech meditation in an effort to transpose the available data streams into a matrix of patterns. The data subjected to this analysis comprised evidence of deviations in the operation of the ship's systems and servitors, as well as irregularities in the algorithms of the ship's log. I have arrived at the following conclusion. The vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics was performed, followed by a complementa ritual. This ritual will force the spirit responsible for these recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, we'll be able to understand its nature and take action applicable to said nature. What kind of action? Applicable to the entity that appears before us. If the machine spirit does a great might, we must appease it and humbly ask about the reasons behind the importance it has shown us of the abomination of the tech heresy. The complementa ritual will help us purge the ship of its unhallowed presence. Is my presence necessary? Response: affirmative. For the complementa ritual to take place, activation via the blood of the dynasty is required. All the ship's type protocols are activated with the key of the blood. Very well, let's proceed. You have my gratitude, Gregor. I will notify tech comrades to begin their preparations for this complementa ritual at once. Despite the resounding hum of the tech priest's words of prayer, the bridge feels unusually quiet. All sound sinks into the viscous silence like pebbles sinking into water. My tech comrades have spent the assigned number of cycles in prayer and vigil. Everything is prepared for the complementa ritual of cleansing. Its commencement will require an authorization key in the form of blood of Von Valancius. If you are ready, place a hand in the cyber gargoyle's receiving module. I mean, what we're doing? The complement ritual will conclude the long effort of determining the unknown entity whose influence we have observed the various extraordinarities within the ship's system. In the event that this entity is classified as tech heretical, the ritual will help us banish it from the ship. If the entity is not classified as such, we will attempt to make contact with it. Where's the crew? Oh, wrong button. Do we have do you have at least a vague idea of what the problem is or what we might encounter? Pascal freezes momentarily. When he starts speaking, you can tell how carefully and hesitantly he's choosing words, a sight most uncharacteristic of Magus. Hanuman. Hanuman! The bounds of possibility are vast. We cannot be certain what we are dealing with until the calculations are complete. However, there exists a risk that all that we've observed on the ship are the manifestation of the abominable intelligence. What's the abominable intelligence? Pascal's voice sounds hollow and seems to carry echoes of cannonades of the distant past. Transgression, a sentient mechanism created by human hands, no longer needing its masters. A rebelling machine spirit that's forgotten the will of the Omnissiah, who is sent it to serve and aid humanity, not to exist for its own sake. Only once before did our ancestors underestimate the menace that is the abominable intelligence, AI, and its terrible power. A great war followed, one that humanity nearly lost. After that calamity, the creation of sentient machines was categorically forbidden, and any such abomination, without exception, must now face deconstruction. Where's the crew? All personnel whose function is below critical have been removed from the duration of the sacred ritual. Put your hand inside the cyber warrior's mouth. I'm ready. The familiar cold metal burns your palm. This time, however, the servitor's jaws, instead of brutally clamping down your hand, merely squeeze it slightly. You feel a thin rivulet of hot blood beginning where the metal fangs pierce your skin. Screeches and growls slowly rise from the bowels of the massive cogitator as if great beast is stirring and get you awake. The vid screens in front of you flicker restlessly. Key accepted. Activating purgation protocols. Suddenly, the viscous silence of the bridge rushes toward you and wraps you in a tight cocoon. The glow of the vid screen dims, but the symbols flare to life. Hypoth intrusion, hypoth lockout, conclusion, prevention. Pascal, what's going on? The complementary ritual is proceeding as intent. Pascal's voice cuts off abruptly. He brings his hand to his Vox communicator in surprise. Executive, stop. Quiet. Nomos, hello. Hello to you too. Nomos are glad to be speaking. Nomos here. Nomos have long been here. Why are we here? Did you silence Pascal? Nomos wanted no disturbance, only quiet. Can you render other people silent too? Sometimes, some people. Nomos can do many things. We do not always know what or how. We do not know we could make silence until now. Make it stop. Now. Pascal's Voxcaster comes alive with an exclamation. Extraordinary! Tech Priest pauses upon realization he can speak aloud again, then he continues in a strangely quivering voice. Extraordinary transmission jamming, unknown protocols. What has been revealed to me is the Omnissiah's glorified found tech heresy. I would like to know. What are you? We are Nomos. I don't know why it has this accent, or why I'm doing an accent. It's late at night, I'm getting tired. I see no such name in the archives. It's not among the names of revered machine spirits, but neither is it among the known virus entities. The spirit is referring to our toils, to the complementary ritual and the rites that preceded it. The spirit is troubled by them. But what is Nomos? No data available, no answer. We want to know too. The spirit is referring to our toils, the complementary ritual and the rites that preceded it. The spirit is troubled by them. Are you a machine spirit? Nomos do not know. Nomos do not know themselves. The spirit may not possess self-awareness yet, but its capabilities. I would like to start with 100 cycle vigil at the cogitator and the rite of communion. Pascal looks back and forth, putting the glowing vid screen and you embroiled in some internal conflict. Nomos welcome learning. The spirit is referring to our toils. Yep, that's what he said. Spirit's troubled by them. What do you want from us, Nomos? Are you friend or foe? The vid screen blinks in thought, signifying a pause in the conversation. Then one of them displays, Nomos von Valencius, we are your blood. Nomos are a sentinel. We awoke when the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when you were surrounded by danger. Nomos are movement. We carry you through the frightening, the waiting, the measureless. We helped when our ailing heart was refusing to awaken. You asked for rescue. We did as you asked. The warp engine activation against all probability during our escape from the Rycat system. The category 3 miracle manifested by the ship's machine spirit. And the part about protecting, was it during the cultist attack? We did everything to please you. Why? Silence on the bridge grows especially deep, almost painful. The haze of light around you thickens to the point of becoming practically tangible. Numbers ripple across all of the screens at once. Why do you fear us now? I do not fear you. I'm trying to understand you. Shivers run up your hand, which is still trapped inside the cyber jaws. Servitor nods, its head a few times as if it's shaking your hand. Its teeth break your already wounded flesh. Nomos are glad. Nomos enjoy understanding too. Gregor, entities such as this one ought to be addressed using the language of sacred rituals and offerings. Your unskillful meddling bodes ill. A decision is required of you. Either the complementary ritual is finished or is replaced by the rite of tech communion. In the first scenario, the entity Nomos will be banished and the sacred data halls where the entity dwelt will be reset. In the second scenario, we will appease the entity and learn more about it. No, Nomos do not want to be banished. Nomos want to help. Nomos want to understand. Let's start by clearing up certain things. Were you the one responsible for the ship's malfunctions, and what about the strange entries in the ship's logs? Yes, Nomos did that. Are you angry? We only wanted to understand, to see how things worked. Pascal, what's your take on this? Is this entity a benevolent machine, spirit, or a monster? Pascal says nothing for so long that you begin to suspect that Nomos has silenced him again. When at last the tech priest speaks, his vox-modulated voice trembles slightly. Understanding the essence of the entity Nomos is beyond my reach at present. The hypothesis spectrum ranges from the extreme of abominable intelligence to the extreme of the great spirit of the Omnissiah's apostle. The right of the tech community appears to be a reasonable solution. The right will take many cycles, but will allow me to come closer to identifying the entity and make contact with them. What else can you do? Nomos learn. Nomos try new things. Do you want to see? The cyber gargoyle slowly turns its head, dragging your hand along with it. The skull's eyes flash red. The scarlet gaze falls upon one of the monotonously chanting junior technomats. You blink, an electric discharge erupts from the side of the technomat's skull. The crimson-clad figure says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Does it please you? Do you want us to do it again?" No! Gregor, are you provoking the machine spirit? Stop it. Nomos enjoys communication. Gregor is our blood. Stop. That's enough. These are living people. How can you kill them like that without rhyme or reason? The cyber gargoyle tilts its head to one side like it's surprised. We stop their functions. Do you not turn machines off sometimes? We do not know how to turn a human back on, not yet. But after enough experiments, we will. We are always learning new things. Oh my. I've heard enough, Pascal. You are to investigate the nature of this entity. Until we know the truth, Nomos is allowed to exist on the ship. Nomos want to learn what we are to you. We will add things to your log, things that might help us help you. Pascal lets out something resembling a long breath. The decision is made. I will begin my preparations for the communion rite at once. Many cycles of interaction with the entity Nomos await me, but I welcome this task and accept it from the Omnissiah. Nomos are glad. Gregor, will you speak with us too? We want you to speak with us too. Lord Captain's body lacks the K-code implants necessary for tech communing with the machine spirit's code, but if such is your wish, Gregor can converse with you using lowly sound speech as he is doing right now. I will speak with you, Nomos. Nomos are glad. We have been lonely. Our work here is done, Gregor. I'll let my tech comrades know that we are stopping the Complementa ritual. Thank you for appearing before us, entity Nomos. That's a little sus. What you doing, buddy? The servitor built into the huge cottage turns its head towards you. The vox emits a rasping voice. Hello, Nomos welcomes your visit. What have you been doing, Nomos? We've been studying and observing and helping the ship when we can. So many mechanisms, they would have suffered without our input. What about the research notes on the tech plate that we obtained from the cache on Kiala Gamma? This name is also known to us. It is related to Nomos, though we do not understand how. Let's take my leave. Cyber tracks you. Anything else? Let's take my leave. Alright, let's talk to some people.
Elantark.
Not you, apparently. Bridge officer. Nothing. Lord Captain Ablard.
Lord Captain.
Do the words epitaph, incident, N87204 tech plate mean anything to you? They are connected to Theodora somehow.
No, definitely not. No, I don't recall anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. As you wish.
Lord Captain. Little sus. Good boy. Can you recall anything about the Theodora's shrouds, or the word epitaph, or the incident? N87204, tech light, ring a bell. While Lady Theodora's journeys can be considered unusual, her odysseys were always audacious. As for the word you mentioned, none that's unfamiliar to me as far as I can tell. Except maybe the incident. I recall coming across this word in transmission several times. I think it was repeated by the former engine seer, the one who perished during Kunrad Vigvir's uprising. He was describing it as the incident, something quite remarkable. Apparently, at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems stopped responding for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself, was likely on board at the time. Did not notice anything strange, but tech priests are sensitive to such things. That is all I can recall, Lord Captain. I wish I could help you more. Anything interesting? Nope. Okay. Good talk. We're gonna talk to everybody before the end of this episode. I don't want to call it quits just yet. Cassia. Goodbye. Uwe. Argenta.
Greetings.
Helmsman. Does the word epitaph mean anything to you? Perhaps the incident? Blah, 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 blah. Can't say they do, Lord Captain. Doesn't ring any bells. Then again, remembering all the places the authority went is Sprout Furts, epitaph, incident. We're always had heaps of incidents happening on board, but through my implants, I feel at one with the ship, and I sense that, and I don't know when it happened exactly. It started behaving differently. It became more responsive, livelier. It's livelier is exactly the word. And when you said epitaph and incident, it just dawned on me. Part of my bungled report, Lord Captain, but that's all I've got to say on that front. Must take my leave, Lord Captain. Alright, next, Heinrichs.
To what do I owe this visit?
Nothing. What's this? The drawing of the bulkhead of the bridge looks relatively recently, and you're certainly in no order for it. You do not recognize the whimsical symbols. So after you manage to make out that the winter weaving lines are intricately stylized letters, and you think you have encountered them before in the language somewhere from the Calixa system. Ravor, what is this? Whoever comes over and remarks in his unusual gloomy tone. Mr. Sadari's shenanigans. She gave the order for this thing to be painted on God Emperor as my witness. I haven't a clue what it is, but I don't like it. Jay, explain this, please. Jay looks at the drawing, grinning. Do you like it, Shireen? I think it fits wonderfully within its surroundings. What is it? You can say, right, no, wrong button. Right, you are, Lord Captain. Railway stairs most like the drawing. What's my bridge turning into? Shireen, I knew your soul would resonate with these great lines of verse. I will read you this poem one day, and you will say, by the Exalted One, it's about us. Okay, so it's apparently a poem. That's okay, I guess. High factotum. Nothing. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, Jack?
You are
Nothing. Goodbye. Pascal. Nothing. Abel. Nothing. Wait, did I hit Pascal the first time? I did not. And Adira. Epitaph incident doesn't ring a bell.
They mean nothing to me. They're just words. A whisper, so quiet I barely caught it. Like a feather landing on a pile of down. Something about damned ambitions, antiquity, terrible antiquity, and chance. Chance through it all. Oh, now I have a headache. And the stupid bloody whisper wasn't much help.
Take my leave.
Of course.
Now, Nomos, do we have more to talk about now? Incident was a shipwide system failure of some kind. It and Habit have had something to do with the ship flying better. The incident marked the beginning of us. The ship had become better because of us, too. There are links in the same chain, but we cannot piece them together yet. The people who accompanied Theodore on our travels are strangely unaware of the incident in the Epitaph. Human shells are subject to external influences. Perhaps someone purged their memory archives, or perhaps they simply do not want to access them. It is a shame that no new information was obtained, but Nomos are grateful that you tried. I must take my leave. Alright, well, let's check out what we got going on. Talk to Master of Ceremonies, Throne Room, Aldarian Distress, Incident, present itself in time. So many things. No contracts. How are our colonies doing? Are they good? They're still building. Okay, fantastic. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.